Welcome, everybody. Today we have a very special interview. I have Jacob Takos, aka Jakob Takos, with us today, and he will be sharing with all sorts of stuff that he's going through and going on, everything that's going on with him. So we had so many technical difficulties this morning. Everything was working yesterday, but technology doesn't like to handle what I have. That's it. Okay. So, give a warm welcome to Jacob. So, Jacob,
Good morning,
Mike will be joining us real soon. I think he just popped in. What's up, Mike?
How is everybody?
All right. We're doing good over here.
Nice. We have a special guest today, Jakob Takos.
Tacos.
Tacos. Jakob Takos.
Just like
I like
it
it.
sounds.
He's
Definitely
a
not how it's
musician,
spelled.
and we are going to be just drilling him with Q&A today because we're all curious about what he does and how he does it.
Oh, I'm ready for this.
Excellent.
So why don't you start us off, Reed?
All right. So, Jacob,
you know
actually,
Jacob a little more
start
than I
off
do.
by telling us a little about yourself and what you do.
Well, what's going on, everybody? First off, I just want to say, Reed, thanks for having me. And I'm looking at the stream right now. I'm just like, man, Reed's beard's way more full and luscious than mine. He's got a little bit more color in the hair, and he's got a coat on. I apologize for being a little bit underdressed, but other than that, my name's Jakob Takos. I've been kind of a South Florida musician since the age of like 16. I've been playing out. I'm 24 now, and I got some new original music coming out, so I'm just kind of keeping in all different platforms and kind of getting the word out. I do a bunch of kind of content creating through like digital media and stuff too. So I do like picture, video, sort of quote unquote influencer stuff.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say that word.
Yeah, so many people don't like that word.
Yeah.
They're like, influencers.
But I just do a bunch of
Baby boomers hate that word.
the digital media sort of thing.
Influencers. But
other than that, I'm a musician, so I got a couple songs coming out. I'm releasing a bunch of singles throughout the rest of the year. The first of every month, I'm releasing a new song. So it's kind of a different approach. Really using social media platforms
That's
to my
awesome.
advantage. But yeah.
Yes, guys, stick around because we're actually going to have a live performance from the Tacos himself. So get ready. So we're going to hammer away with some more Q&A. So when did you start? Like music in general.
Music in general, I got my first guitar when I was 10 years old. It's about like 5th grade. My best friend sold it to me and showed me a few chords, and I was hooked from there, and just playing, just a bunch of Green Day songs in the bedroom, just a bunch of power chords, and just like
Power chords is
just
my dad.
experiencing a bunch of different sounds, and just kind of evolving as I evolve, grow with my guitar, grow with the music sort of thing. And when I was about 16, 17, started my first band with one of my buddies, and from there, just been playing out in kind of the South Florida scene, and about freshman year of college, started playing out a little bit more. I've been on tour with a bunch of different bands. This past summer, I was on tour with a band called Helen Holler. I was actually their touring photographer and video guy, but I told them, like, hey, I'm a musician too. I could play some songs and open up the show sometimes. They're like, why not do that? So I got to play some shows as well. I was in Iowa, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Georgia. So it was pretty fun. Yeah,
This is why he never answers my calls.
so yeah,
Friendship has gone out the window. It's just,
yeah, I got to. That's why I've been pretty out of town quite a bit. But yeah, no. So I've been traveling around doing that. And then now I'm just ready to release some original music. And
Yes. And what's your album
I
called?
like it.
it's called Create to Connect. So I have 5 singles, and each single I feature a musician kind of in the scene a little bit. I'm gonna do this with the headphones a little bit. Actually, no, can't hear you guys that way. There we go. Can I get a little check 1 2 from you guys?
Check.
Check.
There we go.
How's that?
I forgot there's a volume switch on the side of these headphones. It's super fancy. I thought I was going crazy. But yeah, the album's called Create to Connect. So I'm a big believer in creativity and connection. So each track, I feature a different musician and artist in, sort of thing. So
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, Mike, go ahead.
So, what did you say? What genre of music you play? 'Cause I missed that.
I do a bunch of different kind of styles. I call my music Sunshine Soul because I like the South Florida beachy, not so much reggae, but like you know how like Jack Johnson is kind of like that. Yeah, that like chill, I guess, music. And then I really like Johnny Cash, so like the folk, old school country. I guess I would say. But then I'm a big fan of like blues and R&B, so I kind of take those two and make something called Sunshine Soul. So that's what I kind of call it. I mean, Tom Petty, Johnny Cash, been like big influence on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so kind of along that realm of things.
I'm liking it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Now, what do you normally play for? Like, do you play more acoustic or electric in this album?
Well, this album I kind of there's 2 songs I play like, acoustic guitar in, but yeah, all the tracks are full band. But yeah, so I play more of electric.
Yeah.
Electric in it, yeah. But,
What are you running? What type of guitar?
I'm trying to think what I recorded with. I recorded with a Taylor, one of my buddy's Taylors, and I had a Breedlove.
Oh,
With Breedlove, yeah,
like Breedlove.
some fancy stuff. But yeah, I also do like some solo acoustic stuff during the week. I mean, I brought my acoustic with me, so you'll see I have to play like a Taylor GS Mini. But yeah,
that's awesome.
and
How
I was
old are you?
I'm 24.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 24.
You said you've been playing since you were 5?
Since I was 10. Yeah. If I was
so close,
I wish I was playing since I was 5.
dude.
Hopefully, it'll be a little bit better.
It's like prodigy level right there.
Well, if it makes you guys feel any better, I mean, both of you guys can play guitars and I can't. Like, I've picked them up, but I never got far enough to actually make anything out of it.
What made you want to pick up the guitar in the first place?
Because I wanted to be cool.
I think that's what we all really want.
Yeah.
We
Because I wanted to be a rock star back in high school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can play like the intro to about a dozen songs, but that's
Dude, that's
as far as I
all
can
you
get.
need. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Like the intro and then like some fancy chords and then you just chill with it. Like
Chords kill me, man. My fingers aren't they're not limber enough.
no, I could play a couple. That song, and it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah. That's all.
get everyone excited. Just like, oh, that's all you get.
Yeah, no, I only had like
That's it.
10 seconds of every song. Had the
I need
beginning
to
of
rest my fingers.
That's all you
a
get.
few AC/DC songs and some little Stairway to Heaven and things of that nature. But then like once it gets into the bridge and everything, I'm done. I can't do it.
Well, who plays the bridge anyways? I mean, all you need is
Yeah.
just the first half of the song.
Yeah, who needs it?
Reed, what made you start
Life
playing
there.
music?
Oh man. So actually, my grandma got me my first acoustic guitar. I just remember my mom sitting in the car and be like, "Hey, Grandma wants to get you a present for Christmas, but she's not sure what she wants to get you, but maybe a guitar." And I was like, "Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?"
Why not?
I was like,
That might
"Okay."
be cool.
Got it for Christmas. Learned a couple chords, and I was like, "This is a little tough."
Yeah.
Like, cause my aunt, she showed me a B minor 7 chord
Oh, right off the bat.
right off the bat.
Right off
I
the
was
bat.
like, "What the crap is this?" I was like, "Oh man." I tried getting it down, and it's like you have to bar it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't play that
Yeah.
chord, by the way. But I was like, all right. So I learned A minor, which is also like ugly chord.
It's kind of difficult for.
She didn't teach me like E minor, C, G, D.
It's just threw you
Like
in the fire.
easy chords, right? And then I got into bass because my buddy brought one over. I was like, ooh, I like the low boom. I was like, ooh, do. Yes. So I bought it from him.
Yeah.
Then I started at 14 and just went up from there. And then I just started mounting them on my wall.
It was a little like stairway to heaven sort
Exactly.
of thing.
Yeah.
And you can see them in my corner over there.
Yeah, you got a ton of toys in here.
Yes. I think I need to sell some.
But that was the thing with me. Like, I mean, like my friend was playing guitar. He just showed me a few chords and just like, I mean, not the bar chords, but the power chords are so
Power chords,
easy.
yes.
And then just, I got like excited like right off the bat, and then just kind of, it just really just kind of sparked everything. Went from there. But I remember like learning bar chords. I'm like, this is so hard. I'm gonna avoid this as much as possible. And then I kind of just fell into it a little bit more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
Chords kill me. And power chords, bar chords, they're all hard for me.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
You give me a single finger riff and I can rock that one pretty all right.
There you go.
But
Some lead, some shredding.
yeah.
Like 7
Yeah,
inch
I can
army.
pick that up.
There you go.
Because I
One
know
finger the
you
whole
more from bass. I mean, because
Yeah.
I mean we play together
Yeah.
in church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
So, yeah, I still have my 5-string over there.
Oh,
Which
yeah?
you don't normally play. I'm actually playing bass this weekend, which is
Oh,
fun.
nice. Right
Yeah.
on.
So, actually, I'm gonna steal a question from our audience. Hitman, thank you so much for that question. What was the song that you had most fun / creating / singing?
Trying to think. Definitely the last one. What do I do now? That'll be out December 1st. It was one of like the first songs I've ever written. I was kind of in a place in my life where like you think you have everything kind of figured out a little bit, and like you kind of think like you know you're on the right path, and then just something happens. You're like, well, what do I do now, sort of thing. So that comes out in December, but I had the most fun like recording that because I had Public Sound's horn section come in. They're a great local jazz band, and then the famous Sierra Lane. I mean, famous in the area. Not I don't want people looking up like what the heck. But yeah, famous Sierra Lane. She came in, did some harmonies, and that was just like such a fun song. And then I do music videos for every single one of my songs as well. So the first of every month, you could be seeing a new song with a new music video, and then the music video with that was it's pretty crazy. I mean, I got in a fight. I shaved my head. I bake macaroons. Like, it's pretty wild.
What?
Yeah, but the last single for this month, "In Your Dreams," that was pretty fun too. I had Derek Campbell, who also produced the record, and I record everything at his studio. Shout out to Helm House. It was a great experience. It was awesome. It's really that studio. I mean, the recording process to me, it's kind of like capturing lightning in a bottle. That's how kind of I pretty much put you. Like, you're in the room, you're trying to get all these sounds and just really get them out and recorded into to the process where you're pretty much trying to capture all that energy into one motion, sort of thing. But I mean, definitely the most exciting and most fun I had was definitely the last one. What do I do now? Yeah,
you have to record each track, like each instrument individually, or can you do it all at once?
Well, the way the process I had it recorded was I had a rhythm section come in. Shout out to Miko Papario and Andre. So drums and bass, I had that laid down first, and then just kind of layered everything on top of that. Yeah. So it wasn't like a live recording of the album. That's kind of what you're asking.
Nice. Dude, that song that you just described is very relatable.
Oh, what do I do now?
Yeah.
The last one.
You try to think of what you think you have your handle on life, and then you're like, no, I don't.
Yeah, a lot of my
can't wait to see that one.
A lot of my songs are just kind of like a lot of deep thoughts, I guess. I mean, and I kind of figured out how to like really just channel all that. Like this last single, "In Your Dreams," I finally figured out how to upload it on Spotify. Speaking of technical difficulties, I'm like, what the heck? How do I do all this?
I need to talk to you about that.
It's been a minute, but no, yeah, the last single, "In Your Dreams." I mean, I'm a big believer in kind of like dreams telling like a deeper meaning and like a deeper story to things. Like, I remember like the other day, like I woke, like I had it, like I watched like you've seen The Office, of course, right? Yeah, everyone's pretty much seen The Office at this point. I remember waking up, and then I remember like I dreamt something like people were bugging like my house, and like when I left my house, and people like were like going in like stealing all like these devices. I'm like, I woke up, I'm like, why am I dreaming this? This doesn't make sense. Like, what am I thinking? I'm like, oh yeah, I saw that episode of The Office like literally right before I went to bed when Dwight tried bugging Jim's office. But I'm like, well, why am I dreaming this sort of thing? Like I know a lot of people are like, dreams are dreams, but like I think they tell like such a deeper meaning. So that's kind of how my song like "In Your Dreams" means, just really paying attention to like small details.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So like all my songs kind of have like a little hidden message in between them.
I love that.
Yeah.
Deeper meanings to songs, guys. It's beautiful.
So is guitar the only instrument that you can play, or can you play others?
It's the only instrument I'm a little bit confident in. I mean, singing has been pretty new to me. I started I bit the bullet on that this time last year a little bit. I started singing a little bit, and then that's where I kind of grew the courage to start recording my songs and stuff. But I mean, I could dabble on, not even dabble, more like just fumble on the piano a little bit. And then I mean, I've played bass a few times, but that's the thing, I definitely would not call myself a bass player. You can always tell like when guitar players are playing bass compared to like a bass player, how many like notes they play.
Yep.
But I mean, primarily just guitar, but I mean, I could just have some fun and dabble in a few other things.
I hear that the people that can play the guitar usually can transition over to the piano pretty easily.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
You don't
I'm trying to learn piano right now, so I can definitely say nope.
I've heard both, but mainly vice versa. Where because I've taught some students too, and I've had some parents saying like, hey, I really want get my kid into music. Like, what would you recommend? I would say start with piano because how you can see all the keys there too. You see the black keys and the white keys and stuff, and just kind of registering. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So starting from piano and transitioning from that to like guitar and other stuff is kind of an easier, more transition to music.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it helps understand like how scales and chords and stuff work.
Yeah, exactly. You can kind of see it all there in front of you because I mean, as you can tell, like when new people and like start playing guitar, like they're always kind of hunched over, like looking at their hand and stuff, and they're kind of like looking at both hands and kind of like awkward. And it's the bar chords, that B7 minor, you know what I mean? It's
oh my gosh, someone's calling my phone. Go away.
Someone's calling you. They're phone in airplane mode.
Well, I wouldn't be able to like.
Oh, true. I didn't think about that.
Maybe do not disturb.
Maybe do not disturb. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll do that later. Hang on. Why is my dog barking? Dog. Sorry about that, guys.
So I've never been on a live stream before. This is crazy.
Yes. I'm gonna go quiet my dog real quick and grab some water. So Mike, take it away with some questions.
Drill me with questions. Let's hear it.
Oh, buddy.
It's on you.
So let's see. I'm trying to fly by the seat of my pants, bro. Is what's going on. How many band members do you have? Like, how big is your band?
Right now I mainly gig out with four people in total. So I'm singing, playing rhythm, and sometimes lead. I got a lead guitar player, Royal Hayes, and got a bass player, Mike Guido, who does some harmonies, and then I have a drummer, Corey Riccardi. But of course, if a big festival asks me to play, I'm gonna throw an 8-piece band together, and I have like a bunch of friends that like want to jam and stuff. So it's the beauty of it. But primarily, like if you go like this Saturday, I'm playing at Guanabanas in Jupiter, Florida, with the band. So it'd be us four. Yeah,
nice.
That's kind of like the core.
And you say you said that you do mostly local gigs, but you've been on tour, obviously, like in other places. When's your next tour?
No, I have nothing set up just yet, and primarily I play in like the Florida area, but no, I have nothing set up just yet. I would like to just kind of like hit the coast from here up to New York or here up to the Carolinas and back a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah, that would be kind of something next on my list, or just kind of primarily hit Florida. Florida's so different. I mean, if you drive 2 hours out west, you're gonna be like in the woods, or drive 2 hours the other way, you're gonna be like right on the beach. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
So okay, so for everybody that's not in the music scene,
a live stream in the middle, but you know,
what is your process about going in and getting gigs like at clubs and stuff?
It's so funny because it's been so different. I remember being 16, just walking into like a restaurant saying like, hi, just so nervous and just really trying to be as professional as possible. Like, hey, excuse me, sir, is a manager here? Can I speak to him, please? Like, hi, how you doing? Like, is this a good time to talk? Oh, I'm so sorry. And they're like, what do you want?
Going on, kid?
And then yeah, right, exactly. Especially because I didn't have this beard and any of that, and also just being awkward at 16. Yeah.
No handouts.
Everything's been like so different now, and I mean, as you guys know from like streaming and being in like digital media, just seeing like each month is something new and something different. Really, I mean, now the process of booking gigs, like if you walk into a place and like shake someone's hand and say, "Hey, how you doing? My name's Jacob," they're gonna be like, what the heck? Like, you took the time out to come see me, sort of thing. So I'm still like a big believer in just kind of like an old school mentality approach, just like face to the name. Hey, how you doing? So what I really do is just kind of email, call, check in, just kind of be polite and respectful to people. I mean, I got to understand that they're running a business as well. So if they don't immediately get to my email right away, I'm not gonna be like, what the heck? Like, why haven't you responded, sort of thing. But just really being consistent and being on top of it as well, and polite. Yeah.
But it's not too difficult to get a gig then. I mean, obviously you have to be politely persistent.
Yeah, and also you have to. have the product there, which is like if I just learned guitar last week and if I wanted to oversell myself and be like, yeah, like I'm so good, you should book me for your restaurant or book me for your venue. And then they're like, well, no, you don't have any online content that represents you. And also the stuff that you have online is not very good as well. So definitely the music always comes first. Just hone in on like what you're good at. I mean, especially with you guys with streaming, there's a lot of preparation that comes off camera before you go on camera.
And sometimes that fails.
Yeah.
Like today.
Sometimes that fails.
And then there's little things like technology that you can't even, that's kind of like out of your hands, but you got to learn how to kind of like adapt with it as well.
Right.
But as far as just like getting the gigs, yeah, just kind of being polite, consistent with it as well, and just knowing what's gonna work for you. I mean, like I play primarily just kind of like chill, groovy type of just easy listening to music. I'm not gonna go to like a death metal bar and be like, hey, can you book my band? And I'll open for like Five Finger Death Punch. That would just wouldn't really make sense. It'd be awesome because I'm down to do new things and be I'm down for whatever. But I mean, you kind of knew what I mean. Yeah.
Stick in your genre. Stay in your lane for a little while.
Yeah, stay in your lane for a little while. But I mean, just kind of be realistic and be mindful of your decisions and just kind of think like in a business mind of like where you want to be. Like, don't think of like 1, 2, 3. Just think of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
And your steps.
And we got
I bet some of the clubs that you play at are pretty cool though. Like in my mind, I can see like these little, not kind of like tiki bars. Like everybody's walking around, they got like umbrellas and like hanging out. In there.
They have.
I mean, like
yeah, that's Florida. We have that.
No,
everywhere.
no, for sure. They got the umbrellas to not only block out the rain but block out the Florida heat.
Yeah, I'm all about it. I like it.
Oh my god.
I would definitely frequent those locations for sure.
Yeah, I've played some fun places. I played on a sandbar with just like board shorts, no t-shirt, no shirt.
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome.
So stuff like that's super fun. Everyone's just like chilling, bathing suits, and just like enjoying the summertime. And yeah, I played kind of like tiki bar venue style things, and I played just like restaurants in the corner and whatnot. I mean, it's kind of like the gigging life of a musician, also just kind of like the original professionalism of being a original artist.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Have you
who's
done
like
any,
the
like,
coolest person that you've met in your life?
The coolest
doing
person
what you love.
The coolest person I've met in my life through music, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think without flexing. Or just
Flex. That's what
Flex,
this podcast is.
Flex. This is your
Welcome to
moment.
Flex.
Like,
It's your moment to
go
flex.
for it.
Okay, you know Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah.
No,
It's like, how old are you again?
this guy, you might have heard of him.
I think I heard. You know. Oh yeah.
Here's a funny kind of like embarrassing story. If you're not familiar with like the day that music died, with like I'm gonna butcher this historic moment. Like Buddy Holly, a bunch of other famous musicians, like on a plane past the plane crashed, and they all died. There's a guy named Dion and the Belmonts. The song "Wanderer," which was featured in I think the new Fallout game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm a huge fan of his like music, like in the 1950s or even like 1950s, like little like doo-wop sort of thing. I used to work at a local guitar shop, and I see this gentleman come in, and one of the guys like, you know who that is, right? I'm like, no, who is that? It's like that's Dion. I'm like, Dion? I thought he died. It's like, what do you mean he died? It's like, I thought he was in that plane crash with the day of the music. He's like, no, who told you that? I'm like, I don't know. I just thought it. And he's like, and then so I went up to him like, sir, like I'm a huge fan of your music, and I'm like, I thought you were dead. And he's like, what? He's like, what?
You look great.
But no,
You look great.
but I told him like, man, I'm a huge fan of your music. Like I just kind of discovered it through like Spotify and all that. And he's like, how old are you? I'm like, I think I was like 20 at the time. I'm like, yeah, I'm 20 years old. And he's like, that's crazy. Like I wrote some of those songs when I was 16, and like you're still listening to them when you're 20 years old. And there's like such a, he's like that's incredible. He was so humble and so nice, and like I got to talk to him. He's looking at guitars and stuff, and that was one really cool guy I met. I also there's a convention called NAMM, which is like NAMM. It's based in Anaheim, California. It's one of the biggest music conferences out there, I think in the world, honestly. And I run a little digital media music page called Musicians Daily. And over time, I've curated a little bit of a following, and I've been able and fortunate enough to go out to California to like these conferences and stuff. And I was asked to go to a like a private seminar, or like it was not really a seminar. It was like a private show of like Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
Like Eric Johnson, Shredder, Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like there was like a room of like 100 people. I was just starting to do like photos and stuff, so I was borrowing my girlfriend's mom's like Canon Rebel whatever camera. I was just like trying to take pictures. I'm like, I can't believe I'm taking pictures of like Eric Johnson, and I don't even know what I'm doing.
By the way, he is a phenomenal photographer.
Oh, he's one of the best. But I was
No, you.
Oh, who, me?
You're an amazing photographer.
Oh, thank you.
You guys should check out his Instagram. Like his photos are. I wish I was on his level.
I'm trying my best out here. But I was so I was like taking pictures of him, sort of thing. I was like super nervous too, and because I mean I know when there's like musicians at that professional level, and if they see someone with a camera, they're gonna ask you like, do you have permission to take photos of this guy? Like, do you have the credentials, sort of thing. So I was just kind of like. Sort of thing. And then at the end of his show, I saw he was kind of just there chilling, talking to people, and I walked up to him, and he played like a surf rock tune, and I'm like, hey man, like my name's Jacob. I just want to say I really enjoy the show. I really like that surf rock tune you did. And he's like, oh, you like that? He's like, oh, we're just having fun. It was just like, it's like kind of messed up. It's like, it's whatever. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, you're Eric Johnson. You're like, you crushed it, dude. That was awesome. And then he's like, really, thank you. And then he's like, oh, what's the camera? And I thought he was gonna like start asking me like, hey, like who do you work for, sort of thing, and like what are you doing with the pictures? But he's like, oh, what's with the camera? And I'm like, oh, I just run like a stupid little Instagram page. He's like, no, tell me about it. And then he was like being super nice, asking me like a ton of questions.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
And then he was just asking me all this stuff, and then he was asking me, I was like showing him. He's like, yeah, like send that to whoever runs my stuff. And he's like, we'll probably use it or whatever. And then like he was just asking, we're talking about like music, and I was telling him I'm from South Florida. That's why I kind of like the surf rock stuff really like stuck out to me. And we just had like a really good conversation. And then I saw he was talking to someone, and he like looked to the side. I look at my phone. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a picture with him. And then I take out my phone, and then someone grabs my wrist, and they're like, no, he needs to be back in his hotel room right now. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then like, and then he looks at me. He's like, oh, sorry, man. Like, I gotta go. I'm like, oh, no worries. I'm like, I would much rather have like a real conversation like I had than be like, hey, man, can I get a picture? Cool, thanks, bye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it like really put like
Smile for the Insta.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, right. Like, yo, can I get a little boomerang real quick? Just like, yeah, sort of thing. But no, it was really nice to have just like a real moment and like a real conversation with someone that's like a guitar idol. Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
So I mean, there's been a handful of like other people like I've met too, and just like recording artists that I'm like, oh, you played guitar on that like famous record? Oh, like, oh my gosh, sort of thing. Yeah, but
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, as you know, just kind of being in you guys like the field you're in, the people that you meet and like the connections that you make that you would never imagine meeting without going the route you take, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have met Mike without doing
Probably
TikTok or Twitch.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Because where do you live again, Mike? I keep forgetting.
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
I live in Wyoming, bro.
Yeah.
Most people doesn't think it exists. Trust me, it exists.
It's up there
I've been here
somewhere.
all my life.
That's great. I'm trying to think where I'm not gonna embarrass myself. I'm trying to think
It's
where
over by Colorado.
I'm like, I know where that is, of course.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Montana, Colorado, Utah.
What states are around it?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like right in
Welcome
the middle
to
there. It's
geography
like
class.
that black hole that like you never hear about. It's below Montana, above Colorado, kind of to the east of like the northeast of Utah.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, and where we are in South Florida, it takes like 5 hours just to drive out of the state. So
Yeah.
like when like
really
touring
does.
bands come through, it's either like they hit like Jacksonville, Orlando, just like they skim the top because they don't want to go deep into like a hole and just to climb out of the hole to continue their tour. That's why like if you see like a touring band go through Florida, you always notice it's like Orlando and like they hit Miami. Like, they just like they charge it. They're like, we're doing it. Yeah, so Florida's funny. That's just how I describe it. Because when I was touring, I think when I was in when we were in Wisconsin, they're asking like, oh, where are you guys from? We're like, oh, we're from Florida. They're like, ooh, Florida man. Oh, and I'm like, oh, it's the
Oh man, we get.
Florida's funny. Florida's crazy, but there's crazy everywhere.
Dude, now I'm stuck on Florida, man.
I think it might take like 5.5 hours to get across the entire state of Wyoming
Oh
in
my
any
God.
direction. Like, it's pretty square.
Exactly.
Hazel is also from Wyoming.
Yeah,
Heck
I'm seeing some people like Wyoming.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Follow.
I think there's only 500,000 of us here. So I mean, it's if you throw a rock, you might hit a couple of us.
That's awesome.
Yeah, little tiny state.
Gotcha. All right. So, what time is it right now? All right. We got plenty of time.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
So we have a couple questions. Let's open up to Q&A from the beautiful people at TikTok, D Live, YouTube, Facebook, and
I
where
like
else? Twitch. Did I say Twitch? Of course I did. All right. So we already have one. We got two. All right. What is the most difficult / hardest song you created / song?
Oh, what is like the hardest song that I've written? Like, oh man, this is like definitely kind of more intricate, more
Probably
like
more
higher education.
That's the
Little
one.
little. Honestly,
mustache.
the songs I write are very, very, very easy and simple. I mean, I'm not a jazz musician. I haven't really studied music professionally. I mean, most of my stuff I kind of learned or by ear or learned from other people and friends and stuff. And there's always room to learn. But the most difficult, hardest song I've written, I'm trying to think. Well, I'm a big sucker for like dynamics and just like hits and like synchronized sort of stuff. So like I always try to like throw little things like that in there. Like "In Your Dreams," the first single that came out, how like the beginning goes dun dun da da dun. So like I had like the whole band kind of do stuff like that. It's not difficult, but it's just little things to make it kind of
tasty,
little
flavor.
tasty flavors.
Little salt
But
bay right there.
as far as the most difficult, man, my songs are really easy. I have a song called "Come Back to Me." It's a little bit different. It's a shorter song too. It's just got a few different chords, but that's the thing. Most of my songs are really easy. It's not really too
What about
difficult.
hitting high notes or anything?
Oh, as vocally?
There you go.
Oh man,
Bingo.
yeah. Vocally, it's I'm definitely getting a little bit out of my comfort zone a little bit since I'm still very new to this. I've been singing for about like a little bit over a year and a half now, like really full force. But yeah, "Come Back to Me" vocally was the one I definitely had to challenge myself a little bit more too with. Yeah. And then I have Tabitha Meeks featured on that. She plays keys and does some harmonies and like some like call and response vocals, and she's in a really, really talented band called Mona Lisa Tribe, and they cover "Gloria" by the Lumineers, and the Lumineers actually reposted their video. Yeah. So there's some good talent in South Florida with music. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, my stuff's really easy. I do a lot of cover songs though. During the week when I'm playing like restaurants and bars or whatever. I'm actually playing tonight in Matthews Brewery in Lake Worth from like 7 to 10. So just like do like a 45-minute set, take a break, 45-minute set, take a break.
Nice.
Right on.
But the most difficult, man, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Honestly, none really. They're really
That's
easy.
okay.
They're really easy.
Yeah.
Like whoever asked that question, I guarantee you, with an hour of patience and a little bit of hand coordination, you could do anything.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. All right. So if you guys have any more questions, light them up, light it up. That's what I meant to say. But the other question
what's been
is
your favorite venue? Where's what
Favorite
has been
venue?
your favorite place to play?
I love Guanabanas in Jupiter. Jupiter's my hometown, and definitely big shout out to Matt, who kind of runs the whole music there. He's been a big mentor and supporter, and just like a good friend to me. And but the venue itself, it's awesome. It sounds great too. It's like that tiki bar style sort of thing, and people come for the music as well. There's always great bands coming through there, so it's really like an honor and a privilege to play there. Brew House Gallery in Lake Park is incredible. It's a little like art gallery, craft beer bar next to like a music venue. I'm trying to think where else. There's a restaurant called Blue Point. You've heard of Blue Point in Jupiter? It's right on the
I don't think I've been
intercoastal.
to
It's
one.
beautiful. So that's the thing too. Like if I'm playing at the restaurant, everyone's like eating and stuff. I don't expect everyone to just get up while they're eating and start dancing. Even though sometimes that happens, it's cool. But so I have a beautiful view of the water and stuff as well. But yeah, primarily just like that little. What I can think on the top of my head. Yeah, Guana is definitely a favorite.
That's a good question there. Hit.
Hitman.
Hitman. Yep.
There you go. If you could send yourself a message at a younger age, what would you tell him for advice / avoid doing?
Man, that's deep.
Dude. Good
That's-
luck with that one.
It's deep. Can you think of one first? So while I kind of curate mine.
Actually, I probably could. I probably would have told myself to start musically sooner and Vine.
Yeah.
Like
Dude.
actually start doing
Yeah.
and putting out content. For me, actually, I would have told myself, don't give a crap about what people say and what people
the
think
one.
about you.
Yeah.
That's the
Like
one
it
right
really
there.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking off what you said, even about like saying like, man, like if I could tell myself just start, just to start, just in general. I mean, and like I mean, everyone struggles with things, and like I overthink a lot too, and kind of like almost like anxiety, just like, and that's why it kind of took me a little bit longer than I like it to for me to be at the point where I am now. So I mean, if I could tell myself something back then, just like, hey, it's okay to not be okay sometimes, but don't let that cripple you. Like just keep moving forward. If you want something, it's up to you to go get it, sort of thing. And that's why like shout out to Sierra Lane, who's featured on my last song. She's 17 and she's killing it right now. She's killing it, and that's why like I commend. She's like 17. She knows what she wants, and she knows she wants to do music, and she's moving forward. And she's killing it. And that's the thing too, because I remember being like 16, 17, just like, man, there's so much I want to do, but like I was only doing like little steps because I was just so like insecure. I was so like just not confident in myself as well, and stuff I'm still working on today. But I mean, even just kind of looking back then, it's just like, don't be afraid, move forward, try a bunch of new things.
Yes.
Just try new things. Don't immediately discourage yourself. Just like, oh, kickboxing seems fun, but my feet are little. Like I can't kick somebody. I have little feet. It's not gonna work out. But you don't know that until you try it. Your little feet might be effective, sort of thing.
Exactly. Yeah, you could do it for those precision kicks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
Vital organs.
That's a little bit of my
Let's get in there.
2 cents. I mean, and that's the thing too, because I remember being in high school or even like in middle school. It's like, oh, you have time. Don't worry. You have time. Don't worry about that. You don't know what. Yeah, it's okay. You got time, sort of thing. Like I remember a lot of people telling me that like in high school, middle school, but reality check.
Oh, I actually never got that.
You never got that?
I never got that. If anything, I got the opposite.
Really?
Hurry up! It'll flash before your before your eyes.
Yeah. I mean,
Stuff
hey.
like that.
Well, that's the thing too.
Figure out what you want to do.
Well, it's like one extreme or the other, because I've had that too, where it's just like, hey, like you need to figure this out, like right now, like life is too short, don't take it for granted, sort of thing, which is true. But then it's like, oh, you don't know what you want to do, it's fine, you can take your time. Dude, you're only 16. There's so much ahead of you, which is also true. But in a reality check, there's not really much of a difference between like me, you, Mike, people watching this stream. We all have 24 hours in a day. It's like what we use in that day to make it different, sort of thing. And if you can kind of like understand that, it's just time management skills and understanding like what you want.
Well,
Yeah,
we grew up in an
prioritizing.
era too where everything was kind of evolving and kind of changing, like with the internet and everything. So
Yeah.
I mean that's another thing that has helped a lot of us too, in a lot of things. You know what I mean? Because now you can branch out and you can reach out on your social medias and on the internet. And, you know, we can do the Twitch and all this other stuff. Like, at the time when we were growing up, when people were telling us, oh, like you need to make a decision, like life is too fast, you know, whatever, it'll pass you by. It was still kind of in a time where you had to have a definitive answer on what you were going to do with your life before you got to a certain age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense.
Yep.
But I think I would be the same. I mean, I would go back and tell myself, like, look, like you have time, but try to work towards something right now. Like,
Yeah.
pick something and work towards it.
Yeah, exactly. And don't let other people try to get in your head and tell you things. And
That's the biggest one.
yeah,
That's the
exactly,
biggest, and
exactly.
that stops so many people. Like, I mean, letting others tell you what your own worth is, that will
Mm.
be the death of so many people. Like, that slows so many people down, and
It's
they let
yeah,
it get it to them.
yeah, and
And I
it's
think that
yeah. Sorry,
yeah,
I'm just agreeing with you on everything. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
excellent.
it's
Spit it,
true,
boy.
man. Like, if I could go back and tell myself, like, look, you know, like, you're gonna have people that are mean to you. You're gonna have people that don't agree with you. You're gonna have people that don't like you. Like, it happens. You know what I mean? And don't let that discourage you from doing what you like to do, and continuing to grow and pursue what you want.
Dude,
And I think you
exactly.
gentlemen have done a fine job of that.
Yes. Welcome to Motivational Thursday.
But
Yeah, that kid good.
so true. I mean, it's 'cause there's been so many times, even today, I've had people tell me like, "Oh, you should get a different singer for your band." I'm like, "Well, it's me. Like, it's my name. Like, I'm not.
I'm the same.
Like, it's my thing. This is why I did this. Like, people tell me like, "Oh, no, you're like you should have just stuck with this route. You should have only played guitar for bands. Like, you shouldn't be doing this." Someone was telling, like, I picked up the camera. I consider October will be like a year I picked up a camera. Like,
Really?
Like, I start like really seriously doing photos. Like, I would consider October like the moment like I looked at, because technically yes, like I've been shooting like for a year, but I mean a little bit over a year, but I consider like this coming October is like the time where I'm like I actually looked at my photos and like I'm actually happy with what I'm taking.
Yes.
Like, so I'm gonna consider October like a solid year. But I've had people tell me like, why are you starting something new, sort of thing. Like, you should be focusing on like one thing. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. Like, I've let people dictate like what I want to do in my life and almost like put me in a corner, sort of thing. And like it,
Yep.
and you don't really realize what you want until like you're sitting there late at night. It's just you in bed sleeping, and you're just like, I want to do this, but these people, like, it's just like running and running and running and running and running, and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not living your life. You're living your life for other people, sort of thing. And it's not, and people might say it's selfish, but I mean, you got to have a little bit of that.
Yeah,
to be
this is
happy.
your life, and if
Yeah.
you're not happy with it, what do you?
Yeah, you're living life for other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard something a little while ago. Reed actually follows the same guy. His name is
Gary Vee.
Gary Vee, and
Gary-
he said something a little while
We all
ago.
go.
And
We know Gary Vee.
I've heard of
I
them.
love Gary Vee. He said something a little while ago, and he was like, "Look, you need to set your life. You need to be selfish for the first little bit. Set your life, get where you need to be, and then you can start branching out, and you can start doing what other people want you to do. So once you establish yourself and establish your name and your brand and everything, then you can go and start branching out on what other people think that maybe you should try."
Mm-hmm. No,
Which I thought was kind of cool.
yeah, exactly. Just and you don't have to be super cutthroat. You don't have to be rude. You don't have
No.
to be like a douche to people. It's like, you know what you want, and you're gonna go after it, sort of thing. That's why I that's why I give Reed so much credit for doing like this. This is a huge success. I mean, how many people have been following you and stuff, and it's awesome. It's only been growing and growing, and like, I mean, of course, that's the thing too. When you're moving forward and you're being successful at something, there's always going to be people that are jealous, envious, and want to tear you down, and they're going to try to get in your head as many ways as possible. And the more you put yourself out there, the more, like, just statistically speaking, the more you put yourself out there, the more like your thoughts start curating and like self-doubt and stuff happens. But that's because you're more out in the public for people to have opinions about you, sort of thing.
And it gives you a lot thicker skin doing this.
Yeah.
Because
really
you're used to
does.
the hate comments. Like, I get them all the time. Like,
Yep.
It doesn't look like I do. Like, you see some content, like, but I get out every once in a while, like, this isn't funny, this is stupid, or some bullcrap. Like, then I haven't had anyone maliciously attack me yet.
Oh
I
god.
really
I've
don't
had a
want
couple.
that. But
What was the worst that you
Yeah.
got, or something that you
So
remember?
one of the biggest ones that got me when I first started out on TikTok, I did a video, and it was Dwayne Johnson singing "You're Welcome" from Moana. I took that clip, and I've got long hair. I don't know if you can see me, but I've got long hair, and I usually wear a fall off beanie. So I took the hat off, and I was like, the hair, the bod, and I was like in a tank top, and I flexed. And I'm not a really big guy, but I flexed, and I was having a good time, whatever.
Yeah.
And the one that got me, like, I had some trolls, but the one that got me for some reason, and it had me down for about a week or two.
Oh, I see him now. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
love,
What's up?
love the locks.
There you go.
Thanks. Thanks. So, like somebody was like, "Oh, like what bod? Like you have noodle arms," and I was like, "What the hell? Like why? Like what is your problem? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm on here trying to make people laugh, and like I'm trying to like." And at the time, the video, I don't know, the video had like 15,000 likes or something like that. I mean, it was growing. That's the one that carried my TikTok for a long
Mhm.
time,
Mhm.
and I was really proud of it. And like you said, like I didn't start getting the hate comments until it started getting around a little bit more.
Mhm.
And then when it did, that's when I started getting the trolls. And like there were a couple here and there, and I don't know, for some reason that one really stung me. And I was like, well, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like this is BS. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I don't know why people are so malicious for no reason. Like I'm doing this to make people smile, and I'm
Yeah,
doing
dude,
it
people are
because it's
so
fun.
mean.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
And
what
it's
is your
usually comes from
problem?
a place of like their insecurities and their
Yeah,
like
and
obviously
it,
the
it did,
bullying,
man. It
but
had me down and out for a little while. Like, I mean, it leveled me for a little bit, and then I don't know. I woke up one day and I was like, you know what? Screw all those guys. Like the haters are gonna hate, as cliche as that is,
Yeah.
get it, Tay Tay.
and yeah, and I don't really care what those people are saying because I have 15,000 other people that liked this video. What is one comment going to do to slow me down? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And that's kind of the mentality that I had to run with. And that's the mentality that I keep
And
running
it's so
with.
hard for so many people to get to that
It's
point though.
so hard. And that's what I tell everybody. Like people ask me, they're like, well, what would be your advice to people that are starting out on TikTok or starting out on this or that?
Yeah.
It's like, don't let people get to you. You know what I mean? People are
Yeah.
going to be mean. People are going to, there's just malicious people that hate their own lives and they just lash out at other people just because they think it's fun.
Yeah, and that was the thing too, because that's what I remember like I tried singing like doing some songs, and I let like a few people get to my head, and I'm like I got discouraged. I'm like whatever.
Yeah.
And then I remember this is like was really like the turning point for me. I was playing guitar for some band around the corner, and then I left that bar, walked around, and there was like a little like taco shack, and this kid probably would have had to been like 16 or 15. He was playing outside, just having the time of his life, just eyes closed, just singing as loud as he can, just smiling, having a good time. But it was really bad. It just was really bad. But he was having so much fun, and I saw that. But people are getting up, like closing their ears, like walking away, and I just was watching just everything go on. I'm like, dude, this kid is just having so much fun.
Yeah.
And that's the most important part. Like, I have fun when, like, I play music, and I really enjoy it. I feel so grounded and, like, centered. I don't feel like I'm thinking, like, what's going on over here with that, like, what over there. Like, I don't know, like, what happened in the past. Like, I'm so present in the moment when I play music, and it feels good, and it makes me really, really happy. So who are you to take that away from me? Sort of thing. Yeah.
But see, how long did it take for you to get that mentality?
Dude, it's still taking me like a while. It's been like mental toughness is like something I'm like will always be.
It takes a minute.
Like a word.
I mean,
like,
so everybody to everybody that's watching, like it's not an overnight thing. I mean, you have to build it up for sure. But when you get to that point, it doesn't really matter what the naysayers are saying because you're in the moment. Like you said, I mean, you're in the moment. You enjoy what you're doing, and you live for that moment. You live for that high. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly, and keeping like close. And just keeping like a good team of people like around you, and just really understanding what your morals and ethics are, and like what you want out of life, and what you are as a person. Like keep that really close to you, and guard your heart in a sense as well. And like it's always good to have people where it's like, hey man, honestly, I just been feeling down, and I've been feeling pretty crappy, and I don't know why, and I kind of feel lame to even just talk about it, sort of thing. But to have that like kind of like other line of communication, having like a good friend just to be there and be like, dude, it's all right. I mean, like I see someone just says shake it off, like yeah, just like but sometimes you need to hear it for like just hearing like something like a reality check from a friend that you know that cares, like can also like boost you up. I mean, I can't tell you how many times where I've played like a restaurant and no one has like turned around, no one would clap or anything, but one person can come up and be like, hey, I really like that cover of Wagon Wheel you did. It sounded cool. That would like that one person means way more than the acceptance of people that just don't give a crap.
Positivity, bro.
Yeah.
Positivity. Love it.
Yeah, surround yourself by people that have similar likes and goals and positivity.
Yeah.
And then cut out all the rest.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we have one more amazing question.
Some wise words from Wyoming.
Let's end it on a great note. What is the weirdest moment you've had on stage?
The weirdest moment.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
I'm trying to think what's appropriate to say. Because, dude, I can't.
I mean, he does play the
You
guitar.
try to taint it, but
Pretty
like,
handsome man, so he's
if
probably
it's
had
weird, go for it.
I mean, I've had just people like, I'm trying to think, like what's like real and also not incriminating. I'm just kidding. Or am I? You don't know.
I incriminate myself. This is recorded.
I'll
We
say
can't
this.
edit out later.
The other day, I was we're playing a show and we're recording it too. Like, got some video stuff as well, and I could just do like I was really in my own head that day, and just my guitar was out of tune. I couldn't get it to tune, and like my tuner on my pedal board was just like not even working. I feel like it just was just annoying. It was just annoying me, and instead of that like just tearing me down, I just kind of use honestly like survival skills because I've been playing music for so long. I'm like, all right, that's not working. The band's playing. I have people in front of me, so I can't just be like, hey, everyone, just stop. I got to tune real quick, so wait for me. So I just look around, see my bass player has like a little snark. I'm like, yo, let me borrow that real quick. And I mean, it was kind of embarrassing, but I'm like, you just got to keep moving forward sort of thing. And I'm like, oh, my guitar's out of tune. How long was it out of tune for? Like, we're in the middle of the set sort of thing. So I was just thinking in that sense. But as far as like weird and like funny moments, man, I remember I was playing a gig with a band, and some older lady gave me 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, just like $100. I'm like, should I give me 100?
Wow.
I'm like, cool. That's really nice. And she gave it to me. She didn't like give it to like the tip bucket. She like gave it to me. I'm like, all right, whatever, cool. And then like I'm playing guitar. I'm not even singing too, so I'm just kind of like in the zone, whatever. And then like I look over, and then she like just flashes me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no. So
Man.
luckily I have a wireless guitar for reasons like this, so I just get off stage and just run. Like I'm just like, what the heck? But that's the thing too, because I mean I don't know what's going on in her head as well. Like she's like, oh, I'm gonna give this kid some money. And then I'm also gonna
He could
just
be my
like
honey.
Exactly. I'm gonna give him some money. He's gonna be my honey. So let me
Yeah.
show what I'm working with. And I'm like, no, I don't want to get it. And I don't know what's going on, sort of thing too. I'm like, I'm just a weird, awkward person in general. So I have wireless. I just jump off stage, run. So and then and she was she was just not there. She was kind of just a little
Couple glasses of wine.
yeah. So then like when I like
5
let,
bottles.
and I kind of watched someone like take her away, sort of thing, like her friends, like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that, sort of thing. And then at the end of the set, like the band I was with, I'm like, hey, so that lady gave me all this money. Like we'll split it with like the tips, sort of thing. Like, and he's like, no, dude, you earned that, man. That's yours. So I'm like, wow, really? Thanks, guys. I got some dirty money now, but that was a weird moment.
Watch that when I get home.
Yeah, right. Just like wash my dog, like all the 20s, soap and water. It's like
From an opportunist standpoint, I think you missed a good opportunity because you could have had a sugar mama if you weren't so scared. I'm just saying. I mean, you never know.
no, my girlfriend will fight her. Like it'll be a fight to the death. It'll be lovely to watch.
And next up, we have this cage match.
Yeah.
She just volunteered.
But yeah, that was a wild moment.
That's hilarious.
But and there's been a couple handful, but that was definitely just weird. It was just weird. It was just everything that built up to it too. Because I mean, like you hear like the stereotypical like I'm not by any means saying I'm anywhere close to being like a rock star, but like you do the whole like people throwing like their shirts or whatever on stage, like woo, rock star life sort of thing.
I'm gonna do that at your next show.
Oh, I'm
Do it.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, throw this coat up there, man. This looks nice.
No, I need this.
I needed.
But that moment, I was just kind of like, why is she giving me all this? Why is she giving me all this money, sort of thing? And then she did that. I'm like, all right, I kind of can put 2 to 2 together. So I'm like, thank God I have a wireless pack. So bye. Run off stage. I'm like playing dark in the corner. I'm like, okay, I can still hear myself. Nice. The band's still going. Cool. They look over. It's like, where the heck did
behind
you
the
go?
bar.
I'm hiding.
Oh, that was definitely a moment.
That's too good.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. So we're gonna transition. Jacob is going to play live for us.
Oh yeah.
You down?
Yeah.
All right. So let's set up real quick. And Mike, entertain people while we're gone.
Sweet.
Entertain the people.
Entertain people.
Uh,
All right. All right. So everybody,
I do not have Reed's Instagrams and stuff. I think if everybody's watching, if you guys are on the multi-link or anything like that, you should go over to Reed's page, check out his Instagram and his Discord, all that good jazz. He has merch. He's got a super cool little llama running around in the tank, which is pretty awesome. So if you want to support him and support his stream, there's all that good jazz. And then also over on my side, I have my merch. I've got the Giggles merchandise, all that good jazz, and my social media links as well. So if you guys want to check that out, that should be super cool. Everybody over on TikTok, what is up? I see you. Don't think that I don't, because I do. Chelsea, what is up? Good morning. I've seen a lot of people come in. Razzle Dazzle, what is up? I see all you guys. I promise I see you guys. We are doing a little live show thing over here on Twitch. For those of you that are over on TikTok, and if the people over on Reed's side can hear us over on TikTok, then you can come over to twitch.tv/The Laughing Mike or /Curtis Reed Edgett, and then you can see both of us. We're looking at, yeah, work it, Reed. I don't think you can hear me, but he's getting
Gotta
it.
get that viewership up, right? Just kidding. That's not this kind of channel.
He's booty rocking over there.
Or is it? Nice and tuned. All right, so we'll use this one.
Those guys are setting up. Jacob's gonna do a little live show for everybody, which is super exciting, and then it should be the outro of this little segment, which is cool. I like it. Jake's a cool dude. I like that guy. I saw you working it, Reed. I saw you. Oh, he's got me muted. Can't even talk to the guy.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Jakob Takos, everybody.
We good to go?
Yeah.
Cool.
Go. Go for it.
Hey everybody, my name is Jakob Takos, and this song's called "In Your Dreams." Walked in from the tallest hill, old dreams I can't fulfill. I'm climbing trees to find the need. Rest your thoughts on me to see what I mean. Will you see in your dreams? Walked in from the biggest hole, good goals remain untold. Dirty deeds for all to read. Rest your thoughts on me to see what I mean. Will you see in your dreams? La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. they see? Will they see? Will they see in your dreams?
All right. Oh my goodness, beautiful.
Those bar chords, man.
Man, that's awesome.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, let's move over.
I like it a lot.
Excellent.
Like it.
All right, hang on, Mike. We cannot hear you yet. Give us
Hey!
2 seconds.
Now we're taking requests. Any songs.
It's all go.
Hey, if I know it, I'll play it. I don't care.
All right.
Hey, check 1 2. We back.
Heck yeah. That was hella good, buddy. I like it.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
Heck.
Boom. We're back.
Yeah, that is called In Your Dreams. It's finally on Spotify and I think Apple Music and all major platforms. And got the music video out. And so my release approach is the first of every month for the rest of the year. I'll release an original song with a music video. The following week, I recorded like a vlog style behind the scenes of the whole recording process of the song and the people that are featured on that track as well. So you can kind of see like the whole recording process, like me singing, like me working with Derek Campbell in the studio. And then I call it Studio Stories. That's week 2. The third week, there's, which will be this week, this Saturday, there's a live session of me playing this song. I was featured on a song catcher. My buddy Johnny features a bunch of different musicians in like a one take sort of vintage style. It's really cool. So so the third week I do like a live session, and then the fourth week, which I guess is now, which is kind of like a interview style based thing, talking about the song, talking about the music and stuff. So I do that every month for a different single. So the end of this month will be In Your Dreams, and the next month will be the next song, and then the next song, then the next song, the next song. Yeah, so it's a different approach, and that's the thing, being like an independent artist and understanding digital media and a platform. You have the liberty and freedom to release music however you want. I mean, kind of like with you guys creating, you guys could do really however you want to stream, whatever creative abilities. I mean, not only creativity and entertainment, but in like a business aspect, you guys can kind of be experimental with what you want.
Exactly. You got to figure out what works as well.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing too. I mean, there's no like I don't have the answers to everything, and I don't think anyone really does. Nope. So I mean, we're just kind of really figuring it out and just understanding trial and error, because at a time I was just like go with everything. But actually my friend Johan, it really took him to tell me, and kind of like we're just having a casual conversation, but it hit me a certain way. It's like, yeah, go, but you got to reflect on what you're doing sometimes, because sometimes you'll be in such a go mentality and you're not really going anywhere. You're like running in a circle. You're running to the ground, actually. So, I mean, there's times where like go, and then self-reflection and reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where can everybody find your album and your Spotify and all that good jazz for everybody?
Yes.
So if you type in Jakob Takos, JAKOBTAKOS on any social media platform, you'll find me. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, it's all the same. I'm very, very active on Instagram. I'm going to be posting a little bit more on YouTube. I'm not on that TikTok yet, but I mean,
I know
I will.
I've been trying to get him on there for a year.
I think you probably should. I think doing little clips of your songs and stuff, I think it would do really well.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I got to learn from the best. Yeah. I have a good teacher right here.
There you go.
So, but yeah, definitely I've been posting a lot more creative content as well. And yeah, so Spotify, the album's coming out, Create to Connect. I'm releasing all the singles, and then what to expect. It's just bigger and better shows, and sky's the limit.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is where we're going to end it today, guys. Jakob, thank you so much for joining us today.
I appreciate you.
So also, this is going to be pre-recorded. This is recorded live, obviously, but you can rewatch it on YouTube. So I'm going to be taking clips from that and post it on TikTok, Instagram, all over the place. So get ready. If you missed it a little bit, I might be posting some of the best parts, but obviously you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. So Mike, I will talk to you soon, but everybody have a great day. We will see you next time.
Good to meet you, Mike. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Meet you. Good luck on your journeys.